Hey guys, good morning. It's me, Krista Marie, Reality of Krista Marie. Don't know why I always forget to say that in the beginning. So hi everyone. Hi Shan. Hi Terry. I saw a couple people in the chat. I have now started to so right now I'm live on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. I decided I was also going to do TikTok and Reddit. But I haven't figured out how to do that live yet. But I am posting on there and advertising on there, or whatever it's called. I'm realizing that I am not cool and I don't know technology. I don't understand TikTok or Reddit. I'm gonna need help with that, guys. So anyway, so this is Whose Side Are You On? This is our Beverly Hills recap, which is not really a recap, but it kind of is. I am just so darn irritated. What? I'm sorry, Terry. What was that? I'm sorry, guys. I'm reading the chat real quick. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. Sorry. I was like, what do you mean? I thought, what did I miss? Anyway, so this is Whose Side Are You On? All right. So at 12 o'clock, Adam is going live. I know that to do his weekly thing that we do. So I'm going to try to get through this, and I will be done way before that. So we have a couple minutes for a break. But right now, I'm live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Hi everyone. Replay if you guys. I see that the thing that I am starting to realize. Okay, I got all these views after Hello Lit. I get all these views, in the hundreds on these other sites like Twitter and all that. And so I don't know why it doesn't translate onto YouTube. But anyway, my whole point is this. I keep forgetting to say all that, the like, subscribe, comment. Maybe I'm forgetting to say all that too, because I need to translate over into here, guys. So anyway, Beverly Hills, holy crap. All right, so I say Whose Side Are You On? But I'm obviously on Team Garcelle. And if you're not, I'd like to know why. And let's get into this because it's a shoot show. I'm going to try not to curse. But if any show is going to make me curse, it's this one. And it's pretty sad when, I wake up every day and I'm at peace and I say to myself, the worst thing that pisses me off in life is maybe what Jax Taylor does or something, right? And I laugh about it. I'm like, oh, it's a joke, right? But here I am, we're 2 years into this whole Erica thing. And this whole Housewives, I feel like we're in the rock bottom of it. We're rock bottom of reality TV, but mostly Housewives. Sorry guys, I heard you listening. Housewives, because it's getting really toxic to watch the behavior, and we need to talk about it. So yeah, I made a list. I have a binder. I'm like Monique. I usually have a binder, guys, but you've never seen me use it because I usually go off on a thing. But okay. So first of all, Kyle, I'm talking to you. You're a snake. Let's get this straight. Now, for you to walk into a conversation, did I miss something, Shan? Are you okay? I am thinking, hold on, guys. I got to see what happened to Shan. Let me just know, Shan, you're okay. I'm saying, take care and stuff. I hope you're okay. I hope I didn't miss something. Love you. Hope you're okay. So, Kyle, all right, so we leave off last season, or last episode with you see Sutton trying to, which I don't understand, Sutton, you're a better woman than me, and so were you, Garcelle, but we'll talk about it. But Sutton goes over to try to, relate to Diana. Now, yes, her original intention was to probably call her out on whatever, her text message. Probably not the right thing to do, but whatever. It doesn't even get that far, because before she can even do anything, Diana starts bullying her and licking her lips and saying all this stuff, headbutting her, basically threatening her, but not threatening her, and laughing at her face and making fun of her. And then you have Kyle walking in, Kyle the snake walking in, slithering in, drunky face poo Kyle, which no excuse, slithers her way in there and decides she's going to manhandle Kyle. Manhandle, yes. So I am not, disclaimer, I do not, no violence. I do not promote violence. I'm not about, that's funny for me to say that. I'm not about it. I'm not promoting it. I don't want to condone it. I do, however, condone self-defense. And you touch me, it's all bets are off. If you yell at my kid, I don't have my own, but I have one just close enough. He's 22. And if you remotely yelled at my child, all bets are off there. So there's things where I say that I don't condone violence, but I do condone self-defense. And if somebody threatens to headbutt you or puts their hands on you, Kyle, I'm talking to you, come on, man. And then for a woman, right? So women in their 50s, You have one who we know has just had a miscarriage and is going through a lot. You have another one who we don't know. You don't know Kyle, who she's told. This could have been the first time that she's ever revealing that she has had 2 miscarriages, Sutton. So she decided, she was going to do that for Diana, right? Probably maybe to soften her heart a little bit. Sutton, you're such a good person, because at that point I would have never walked by. The 3rd time she called me weird at the end, but your heart is so pure that you walk over and you try, and then you reveal something, and then Kyle says, "What? Huh?" Grabs her manhandlers, basically calls her a liar. I never heard that. What do you mean? It's just, and it says it's odd, and then Sutton starts crying, and she's like, "Well, it's not something that, it's not recent," and she didn't even get a chance to say, "Well, I didn't tell anybody." She didn't even say anything, because you have the other one, Diana, the worst human on the planet, sitting back and laughing at her, basically smug, all smug, right? And then you have Kyle going, "What? I don't know what you're talking about. That's weird. This is just odd. She has one, and now you had one. You had 2. Okay." And it's what? Whoa. And at that point, even if camera, I would have been "Oh, camera's off. What? I'm sorry, what?" Sutton was just so, I think, just she didn't understand. And I think it was because we don't think I guess you just don't, your brain doesn't go that way. You don't think like that. Your heart doesn't go that way. So it's hard for her to even process what is happening. Same with here. How dare Kyle? First of all, it is apparent to me that these women have it out for Sutton. And I'm going to keep saying I'm Team Sutton every week, because it is for sure, absolutely a let's get Sutton, because I feel like they are completely threatened by Garcelle and Sutton. I feel like they tried to, we're going to get into this, but they tried to run Garcelle's party. I feel like all of this happening was try to get Garcelle to react and get Sutton to react, to get them to react in a way where then they can turn around. And I don't even want to say this right now, so let me get into it later with Garcelle, because I feel like yeah, we're gonna talk about this. So anyway, we have manhandling Kyle, right? The slithering snake. And then we see scenes of her with her and they're talking about mopping the floor. That just made my literally want to throw up. Her PUSSI mopping the floor, and then they show an actual footage of it, and it basically was her doing a split and her mopping the floor, right, with her. Now, Kyle, you look good for your age, but your boobs hanging out like that. I don't know when this turned into a boobs pussy. I don't know, but whatever was happening, it was Kyle. I don't know what's happening. Actually, I kind of do know what's happening, because you guys are you have all these people on your side behind backing you up, because you're such a PUSSY, Kyle. Yes, you are. You're a snake. That you are acting like such a wench and such a bitch to everyone. The shit that you're saying to Sutton, with the first thing that you said to her this season was, you should have stuck up more for Erica when she threatened her life. She threatened your life, Sutton. My friend Erica probably went home and cried that night, because she's going through a lot, and we should have been there more for her. How much more could you be there for somebody who you allegedly probably knew about the things that her husband has done, and now you know the news afterwards, and everything else, everything, Kyle. How do you sit there and say that she probably has a secret heart, and she probably went him? She threatened Sutton's life for literally asking the same questions that all of us are asking. So Kyle, you say that, you should have stuck up more for, okay. So that's actually our first clue that it was my first clue that you've drunk the Kool-Aid and you're delusional. Thought maybe you smoked some Kyle, more serious pot. I didn't know what was going on. But then you keep doubling down on this crap, and you let Diana call her weird. It's just the shit that you're doing, and you try to gaslight her like that. Sutton, Kyle, to sit there and manhandle her, tell her she's basically lying, and then to go home. You know what? I have news. What am I doing here, guys? It's irritating as hell. I just can't. You're telling her that she's not being honest, right? You say that she's lying, and Sutton starts crying, and so basically Kyle, you tell her to shut up, and it's disgusting. It's irritating. It's Diana. I put Kyle's a hoe. Diana calls her weird and says, "Don't poke her." That's right. In the confessional, she's I think something's odd or something's weird with that woman or something. And I suggest that you don't poke me. Don't poke me. What are you going to do, Diana? Erica? Can somebody please let me know? Can you 2 women let me know, what is it that you are going to do about it? What are you going to do if she pokes you? Erica, what are you going to do if somebody asks you a question or calls you a liar? Because you now have done so many things that would have never flown if it were you. If anybody had questioned your miscarriages or anything like that, if anybody had literally manhandled you, Kyle, it would be all bets. It's insane, the hypocrisy on this effing show. Like, Andy, I know you're not the end all be all, but you are such a DICK that, like, you are letting this shit fly. If this is not Kyle's last season, and Diana, it's definitely your last season, and Erica's last season, and Rinna's last season, after all of this, come on. This is not our OC where Gina's throwing a glass of wine. I'm sorry, Tamara throws a glass of wine in Gina's face because she sticks up for Simon. This is not that. This is, the next scene is the worst of most of all of this, is when you have Erica with her thing. She is now, she's hitting on Oliver, who is Garcelle's married, I believe he's married son. If any, in any way, not married, he refers to her as his wife, not his baby's mom, okay? She proceeds to say it 3 or 4 times. Oh, Oliver, like, oh, you're married? Are you? Come here. That means what's your deal? You married? First of all, if you were any fucking kind of friend, I did it. Any kind of friend, you would know the situation with Oliver. You would know that how proud of Garcelle of Oliver Garcelle is. That he's come such a long way. It's like her biggest pride and joy. It's mine for her. Like, so Erica, for you to ask him and make him say it, like, you're an asshole. And then to keep saying, call your baby mom. Let her know that I'm going to get in on this. And we're going to have a threesome. Nobody, first of all, where do you think that you even get, like, a choice? What do you mean? There's no choice there. There is no way in heck he would put his DICK in any of your parts. And his wife isn't putting her parts near your parts. And I hope to God that after they saw this episode, that Garcelle and Oliver knew that you bitches, that you Fox Force 5 were trying to get Garcelle to react so you can call her an angry black woman. Don't freaking tell me I'm wrong, because you tried to ruin her birthday. You went after her son. You literally, Erica, you don't sleep with people. You don't like sex. So get off it, bitch. Because he wouldn't even let those lips go near his. Oliver, you're hot, dude. You are like hot. You are like the hot, like, you are the man, okay? And you handled it so much better than I'm sure a lot of other people would. And I knew at that moment that you knew what they were trying to do, because you could see in Garcelle's face when she went to the next thing at the house and tried to talk to Erica. She knew what they were doing. So let's not, you wanted to get him to react because he has some, things, some past things, drug situation, whatever the thing is. These people, Garcelle is class E. She does not, self-defense. I mean, there's a lot of things that could have happened if you talk to my child in either way. You tried to sleep with one of them, and then the way you tell a 14-year-old to shut the F up. Not once, and then you realize you're drunk and oh shit, I'm sorry. You literally sat there and saw his face and told him to shut the F up 4 or 5 times. And Dorito Deflecto, asshole, sits there and doesn't say anything, but Erica, that's her son. Garcelle, get your son. Yeah. No, how about you tell your friend that she's a disgusting, gross mess, and that how that it would never fly if literally somebody said to your child to shut the F up. If, put it this way, Jax and what's her name? What is Mauricio's daughter's name? Portia are the same age. Could you fucking imagine? Sorry, guys. I'm so irritated. Oh, fuck it. I don't care. Could you effing imagine if somebody would have told them, one of those kids, if one of them would have told her kids Portia, to shut the F up, or try to sleep with her 22, Farrah? Imagine that. Do you think Mauricio would say, I'm glad she did that? No, I don't think so. That shit would not fly, and you would not hear the end of it, you hypocritical bitches. And same thing with Rinna. Actually, you know what, Rinna? You're a slut whore too, because you whore your kids out too. You want to be Kris Kardashian so bad that you literally probably would let your 22-year-old sleep with one of them. Imagine if PK tried to sleep. I'd be like, PK trying to sleep with Farrah. Do you really think that Mauricio would think that was funny? She literally said, it's not my child. You're right. You know what? Glad to know that you are not going to protect my children or your friends' children if they come around. Good to know, lady. Good to know. The same lady who left her kids the next day after her house is robbed, and she's at gunpoint now. I'm questioning all this again. You left your kids with the security and the new security and these other assistants. Again, your house was just robbed. You have no idea. The second time your house has been robbed, I find out after it was up for sale for 9 months. I find out all kinds of shit, bitch. You literally tried to sit there and say, it's not my child. And you guys should sit there and be mother. You guys are mothers. I mean, it's horrible. You're right. This shit would not fly. So that is why I am convinced that they were trying to get Garcelle to react and Oliver to react, because this shit is not cool. Like, in Jackson, I remember being 14, and if some crazy drunk lady of one of my mom's friends was screaming at me like that, I can't say that I would have I would have said nothing. I would have said a lot. I don't know actually what I've done, but this could have went down a lot worse. And I think that that's what they were pushing for. And I feel like let's not make this about race. Let's not make this about race. What does this white girl know? What does this white girl know? Well, I know now that I've seen Rinna in blackface. I've seen and heard things. We've let it slide. We're like, no, nobody's saying anything. Nobody's making his asshole own it. Nobody's making her own it. Nobody's making her own it. And then you bring in this Diana biatch who doubles down on everything, but you bring her in and she calls my friend, or she has a conversation on Twitter. You guys all know, we said it a million times. They keep referring to her as the black content creator. Her name is Philly Diva. I'm not going to say her first name just in case. I'm not sure, but she does have a name. She is my friend, a very good friend. And if this doesn't tell you something of who she's aligning herself, which she said, I'll just remind you all that it must be hard. I'm not going to go into this whole thing, but basically saying it must be hard to be a black content creator. Basically saying, which we know what she meant. And some fake ass apology. Then you have Rinna's fake ass apology, and you have Kyle's fake ass apology this week. I mean, come on. Did any of you think that we were going to we weren't going to say if that wasn't your kid? Like we had Dorinda saying, oh, your child committed suicide or something like that. What? Okay, well, we're going there now. We're going, that shit, Kyle, that is what you call dark. What you call dark is when you say to somebody that your miscarriages are fake. That's what you call dark and disgusting and low. When you tell a 14-year-old to shut the F up, shut the F up, shut the F up. I want to suck his dick. Bitch, no, you're not sucking anybody's dick. Get out of here. Like Garcelle, thank God. Thank God you have class and you are so much smarter than these ignorant and unintelligent. I'm going to use the words of Pat, like Whitney's mom on Southern Charm. Like they have some inelegant times or inelegant moments. Like their whole situation, I kept said it in the beginning that this Fox Force 5, like they're going to this cackling that we hear all the time is not going to mean anything. And their words are going to be like, we're not going to hear it anymore. We don't really care. But the words that are coming out of Rinna's mouth, because we're going to get to her too. I don't know. That's what I want to know. What is Erica going to do? Diana, what are you and Erica? What are you guys going to do? I know everybody's like intimidated. We know why Kyle's afraid of her, because Kyle's a pussy. Kyle's afraid of anybody. Kyle's only picking on Sutton because she's got the Fox Force 5 behind her. Like when Kim sits there, not Kim, when you see Kathy going, Kyle, when you have Rinna going, you're not going to get away with this angel over here. Talking about this angel over here. Sweet dramatic. This angel, my best friend Kyle. Kathy, you're not going to get away with it. I said, Kyle. And that's exactly how I feel. Kyle, like, what are you, an idiot? Like, yeah, like, Kathy's right. Like, no wonder you went 10 years ago talk. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry that I'm going after you, Kyle, because it's time. It's time. Like, you've been on the wrong side of history. Let me see. I got notes here anyway. And Sutton's always crying. That's right. The fucking one who cries over everything and is so goddamn so sensitive and so insecure, calls her a delicate flower and tells her she cries all the time. Oh yeah, of course Sutton's crying. What's going on over there, son? Of course she is. Erica, the one who has nothing to lose. Now you must not have nothing to lose because you totally. The fact is another thing. You think that Garcelle and Oliver are doing nothing, right? They're doing nothing in the moment. But I guarantee you some F shit happens to you, Erica. And because that's the way I roll, the F shit that happens to you in your life afterwards, don't wonder why. Don't wonder why you get like certain bad things happen. They just don't wonder why. Just think you're a disgusting human. And when people react in the moment, that's when they get in trouble and they get caught. And that's when they get effed up. And that's when things get messed up. It's when you F somebody over and then you do some F shit like you did, and they basically handle it with class in your face and act like, you're the bigger person. That's when you worry. That's when you worry, Erica. Because I'm pretty sure at one point you had walked out of your house after this and somebody's threatening your life when you're trying to get a pizza. Like, I wonder why. Because there's not a lot of people that have like as much, there's like crackheads that have like literally nothing to lose all up and down Skid Row. And it wouldn't take much to go offer a crackhead a push or like $20. They'll do anything for that shit. So the next time you want to tell a 14-year-old child to shut the F up, your friend's child, and you want to do it on camera, saying that she's not going to, whatever you were trying to do, Erica, because we know you ain't trying to sleep with anybody's van. Like, we want to believe that you went from this 85-year-old, rich, old, white, wrinkled, old balls, but you also are going after this hot, dark-skinned piece of chocolate with tattoos and everything, this hot-ass guy who literally wouldn't give you the time of day. And look, it is the complete opposite of what you're married to, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. We're not stupid, arrogant. That's where you seem to forget that you think that the court of law is what really matters here, because you can't be convicted in a court of law for being a scumbag. But we can convict you for being a whore and a scumbag and a thief and a liar, allegedly. Like, come on, man. And like, just like Harry Hamlin's allegedly gay, or he's allegedly has a boyfriend. I'm sure he does. I hope he does, and I hope he makes him happy. And I hope that when he hears Rena's voice and sees her ugly ass lips and her 20s hairdo that she's had for 45 effing years, and now she's decided to add aviator glasses and red Herman Monster boots. Like, if this chick is not delusional, I don't understand. I don't get it. I look at some of their outfits and I'm like, what is she? Maybe it's just, I'm not this, like, I'm from Jersey. I don't like change. I still wear extension. Like, I still wear lip liner stuff. Like, I kind of just wear black all the time. So I look at these outfits. I'm like, who am I? I don't know style. I'm not really stylish, but maybe it's just the style. But then when you see this look on her, like the faces that she made. So anyway, let's get on to where Kyle's a piece of crap, because we get into what Mauricio being a piece of crap too. We have Dorito and PK coming over to Kyle's house. We find out that they were deciding that they were going to move before this break-in. Now, Kyle's neighbor, she says, Kyle, you're the only reason I'm staying here. You're the only reason I'm staying here. Okay, whatever. PK's going back to London. So your house gets robbed. Conveniently again, your house goes up for sale. Nobody wants to pay $9 million for that piece of crap. It's only worth $5 million. And then your house gets robbed again. And still want to know, because now I am questioning everything, because you seem to want to question people's miscarriages. I think it's not beyond us to question a goddamn break-in, okay? I'm sure that you guys can forgive me for not believing Dorito Deflecto over here, because at this point, I feel like it's bullshit. You're shoving it down our throats. We know. I'd like to know why there's 2 police reports. Not one of them mentions threatening your life with a gun. Do you understand that there's real crimes going on and people are getting shot every day? I'm over next to Philly. Do you know what the crime rate is around here? Do you know that people are being shot every single day, like 5 times a day? This shit really happens, Dorito. So I hope to God, and I don't hope that it really happened to you, but if you're lying, I hope that you are the soulless one. So let's get here I go off on the thing. Okay, so we have this fake apology from Kyle, who comes she calls Sutton the next day. She wakes up. I don't know what she does, but I don't know, her realization didn't do shit because she really didn't realize anything. So I don't know how she could realize anything in the first place, because she didn't listen to Sutton when Sutton tried to explain to her again. You walked in on a conversation that you had no idea what was going on. You had no idea about my miscarriages, and I didn't know you shit. So, so they sit down to eat and the food looks really good. So I'm trying to watch that because I'm so irritated by, I'm just waiting for Kyle to just apologize, say that she was so 1,000% wrong and that she should have been on Sutton's side this whole time and that she has been on the wrong side. I thought, okay, maybe, but no, because now after seeing Mauricio, and I'm waiting for Mauricio to say, I'm glad that Erica said that because I want her to expose. That would be your apology next, Mauricio, or your social media blunt. I'm sorry I said what I said and the way it came off. That's not what I meant. What I meant is my wife is crazy and has been aligning us with thieves and weirdos and people that hit on 14-year-olds. And I'm glad that she was exposed, Mauricio. So I hope at the reunion, all these questions are answered, that's what you meant. Because your wife's bullshit, sorry, just talking, your wife's bullshit apology didn't mean anything. So she tries to apologize to Sutton, and she said, I'm sorry that that's such a delicate flower, and you're so hard to apologize to. first of all, you're trying to apologize to her. Sorry, guys, William. You're trying to apologize to her, or she's trying to say things to you. She's trying to say to you, "Don't push me." Kyle, she didn't mean don't push her buttons. Don't push her buttons. She meant don't physically push me. You're like, well, don't. You're like, don't say things like that. Kyle, I was like, Kyle, what are you talking about? You went to apologize, and then you told her that she is too sensitive all the time, and it's just kind of odd, her behavior. Her behavior is odd. Her behavior is odd. You don't find it odd, Kyle, that you, I mean, I can't even, like, there's literally, I can't even, like, Kyle, there's nothing I can say is that, like, you're so wrong. Like, and then Sutton, I don't even know why you keep trying. At this point, after that, okay, after the first time you called me weird, I would never try to be your friend again. But then, you're a good person, Sutton. So after that time, this time you go when you try. Now you try to understand Kyle. You're telling Kyle that it's hurting your feelings. You're like, and it's clear to Kyle that this is wrong. That what you're saying to her, you're telling her that you're not letting me apologize. You won't shut up long enough to let me apologize. What kind of fucking apology is that, Kyle? I mean, you and your friend Rena over here are thinking we're idiots, but and Sutton, I hope to God after all of this that you and Garcelle have stopped. I mean, I know Garcelle's not trying. I mean, you tried to give. All right, so here we go. So we have Kyle, and she basically tells Sutton that she's a delicate flower. This insecure pussy bitch tells Sutton that she is a delicate flower and she's too sensitive. This woman has been manhandled, threatened her life. Nobody's had her back. They've called her weird, odd, clumsy with her words. She's odd. She makes weird faces. She has old money and she has long money, whatever it is. I don't just say she married into money. This woman has her money. Okay. She has gotten it the same way that Diana has gotten her money. But look at this way that they live. Look at the way that they think, the way they act. You don't have Sutton walking around going, I'm so rich now. I'm so poor. I was so rich now. I get dust bunnies. I can't go into stores because the dust bunnies. And like all this other crap. Like it's just like that whole thing with Noella and forgetting her passport or something because she has a private jet. Get the fuck out of here. Yes, I'm from New Jersey and I'm not rich by any means. But I sure as hell am not going to act like that if I ever had money, nor would I ever pay for half the shit people pay. And Garcelle, I hope you return that stupid Birkin bag. The fact that it's called Birkin bag would make me not buy it. The fact that it's $5 or $10 or what, $15,000. And look, Coaches are ugly, Birkins are ugly to me, Louis Vuittons are ugly to me. So no, I would never. But the fact I feel like Garcelle did it because of these assholes. But anyway. So, and then the gift that you bring her your book, your dirty, dusty book. Nobody wants your dirty, dusty, old fucking whore book. We know that your friend, exactly. We know exactly. This reunion we need to be the reunion runners. Because if Andy lets this shit go and doesn't make these assholes explain exactly what they meant, I don't want to hear a social media manager. I don't want to hear some bullshit apology that makes no darn sense. You either pick one, lady. You've been here for a long time, Diana. So do you not understand how the world works? Because you seem to forget there's cameras on you, right? Because the next scene we have you lying through your teeth to fucking Rena. And Rena going, oh, that is a narcissist. She did what? She raised you 2 miscarriages? I would never. Diana goes, yeah, she was trying to one-up me. Can you believe that weirdo? She said, it was like, I said I had a miscarriage. And I raised you 2 miscarriages. And then she called you soulless. And then she did this. And she screamed at you. Do you forget there's cameras on you? Lady, you're lying. So that's what you get. For what? I didn't even know this lady's name. I never even heard of the lady. Now, I'm nobody, right? But I never even heard of her. I knew who Rena was. And I knew who Harry Hamlin was because she says his name all the time. But it literally, Diana, you have a camera on you. We know what happened. We know that Sutton's been trying. We know that her intentions have always been the best. And you're just whacked, bitch. You literally say that she's clumsy with her words. You said you made no sense when you said to Philly Diva. So we know now that you're nothing. Literally what you say is it literally means nothing. I thought that Rena and Erica's shit meant nothing. Your shit means nothing. But it actually does because what you're saying is so harmful and toxic that, like I said, Dorito Deflecto, you too. There's people that really have these horrible things happen to them. So I don't wish that on anybody. I don't believe that there was a gun now. I believe they tried Liar Pins on Fire and did not think it was going to take fire, and then forgot that the Bravoverse looks up everything, and that we actually have content creators that live where you live, and talk to the police and the popo. So anyway, so let's just go with how toxic this shit is. To watch Rinna sit there and gaslight. I mean, I'm sorry, Diana gaslight Sutton as usual, and Rinna, cackle, 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 aviator glasses. Freaking, she looks literally like Elton. No, not. She looks like David Bowie. That's all I can think. David Bowie. What is with this? I'm sorry. Wait. What are you hiding, liar? I mean, Lisa, behind your glasses. What is behind those glasses? And then you have your friend Erica wearing the same ones. Like, you two are obviously hi Ann, my cousin. Hi Ann, I love her. You guys are literally hiding obviously everything behind those glasses because. You know, I don't even know. I actually, if I'm late, even like 15 minutes late because I wanted to pull up like these scenes, but by now we've all seen them. And, you know, when you really find out when production is going and actually releasing the stuff the other stuff, and you see how manhandled, I mean, it's like, first of all, okay. And then, you know, you got the other one who's threatening like headbutting and stuff like that in Bosnia. You're making people real, like Bosnians look horrible. You make them look like what? Like you're some street thug? No, that's you. These are not, it's not because you're Bosnian, it's because you have a character flaw. You're an asshole. And Rinna, like, I don't know why you sit there and called Sutton I don't think a narcissist would say or do something like that. Where, and what, she's a narcissist? The fact that you and Kyle don't let anybody else have any actual, you tell people how to feel, and they're not allowed to say this, I'm not allowed to do that, they're not allowed to say this, and you have no empathy for somebody who is trying to literally bond with somebody else who had a miscarriage. I'm going to keep saying it. You guys are women, and Kyle, you have daughters. How would you like it again if somebody would doubt said that to your daughters? If you had something like they had said something like that and put that out to the world, and you said something, then your friend turns around and says, that's bullshit, you're a liar. You raised me to a miscarriage. That shit is not going to fly. It's not going to fly in the real world, and it should not fly on TV. Because like I said, look how this is the kind of reaction I usually have with Erica when I'm like, she's a liar. She's lying. Guys, like, I know I'm going into this. I want their mouth to drop on it. Oh, okay. I'm reading your things. Yeah, well, listen, we know that Andy's he didn't grill Erica last season. He didn't ask her anything that we weren't already asking her. He didn't ask her anything that Ronald Richard doesn't already clear up. We're not going to ever, unless we find some secret diary of hers, know what was going on in her thieving little grubby head. All we know is that Tom did this crime and she received stolen property. And in my life, in my world, when you receive stolen property, whether you know it's stolen or not, bitch, you got to pay it back. And you're not flaunting that shit when there's actual victims out there. That is my problem with you, and it's always been my problem with you. And I don't care if you people say, well, she hasn't been convicted in a court of law. Well, did that mean shit with O.J. Simpson? Don't mean shit to me. The court of law means nothing. It means what? That you can't prove it. It's what it's you know, it only matters when you can be proven in court or whatever that saying is. No, that's not true. Because in the Bravo court of law, this shit matters. And when you are on the streets calling out telling a kid to shut the F up and all that shit, Erica, like, this is what I mean. This is problematic. This is beyond problematic behavior, Andy and Bravo. You know, you're going to get to the reunion and do what? Because by then, we have already posted all the questions and all the things. We said all the things. There's interviews. They've been called out. They've doubled down on Watch What Happens Live. They've issued bullshit apologies, you know, blamed a social media manager or blamed, Rinna with the... Now, this is what I can't stand. When somebody uses, okay, now you know that it's hard for people to question somebody when they're grieving. You know that is what you're going to say to shut everybody up because you think that that's something that nobody's going to question. And this is not, your mother just passed away, Lois, and we're as devastated as you, but we're not treating people like crap. And it doesn't excuse all the other 10 years that you have thrown your friends under the bus. Yolanda, LVP. Do I have to keep going? Denise, I know I'm missing one, but I'm sure. And then you bring up the book with Diana. Like, we're like, we see you, Rinna. We see you. And we saw you. What did you say to us earlier this week? I forget what you referred to us to. We know you meant Atlanta, by the way. You know you meant to say Atlanta, but you didn't, and you said Dubai. Because you thought that Dubai is so far, you would never run into these ladies, or that we didn't really care too much about Dubai. But they really showed you now, Rinna, because you said some shit you shouldn't have said, and you met Atlanta and you know it. This again proves to me that you were literally with the way that you and your husband think and feel. Okay? Because if it acts like a fucking dog, walks like a fucking dog, it's a fucking dog, Brenna. Okay? You too, Erica. I just got demonetized for life probably for this. And I'll probably be kicked off of Facebook too, because every time I say this crap, I get in trouble. And sorry, guys, that I'm being so aggressive, but hey, you're watching Beverly Hills Housewives and you're watching this aggressive behavior going on our TV. Exactly. Give it back, Erica. You want to hold on. So this is who Kyle aligns herself with. So you wonder why her sister wants nothing to do with her. A thief, a known lying thief. We all know. Somebody who has $1.5 million diamond earrings that were given to her by her thieving husband, who stole the money to buy them. She is in possession of them and refuses to give them back because she wants them. Well, when we know that they were bought probably to clean the money, and that's probably what you were holding on to because you were talentless, and once you're off the TV show, what are you going to do for money? You never had a real job. You never had a real career. You sucked dick for a living. Christ. You're on your knees for 50 years. That didn't work out real well for you. It's time to pay life back. Time to pay your unit back for being such a scumbag, thieving, grubby bitch for like the first 50 years of your life. So again, we know that you're not, and you have no intentions on ever paying back the victim that your husband stole from and spent the money on you. Again, when you receive stolen property in my world, you give it back and you pay it back, whether you knew it was stolen or not. Again, say, let's devil's advocate. You didn't know until afterwards. Just say that coincidentally you found out the day after you filed for divorce. What are the chances? I'd love to know the chances. Probably 1 in 10 trillion that you found out the day after all this time, right? When you found out that all this money was stolen and all this stuff was happening, there should have been the first thing you gave back. Hey, I got these earrings. They're worth 1.5 million. That's a start, right? Start a GoFundMe. I don't know. Because like I said, you're talentless. We're going to get you off the TV show. You're not going to be able to pay them back because you weren't going to do it anyway. So either get on OnlyFans, start really effing and get some money, girl. Because we don't really care at this point how you make it because I'm not judgmental. Please start an OnlyFans. I'm sure there's some weirdos out there that will pay to see your thing. Because we know you don't have real sex, so you want to talk about it all the time. Get on OnlyFans because you're about to be off the TV show. And Rena, you have the money, and I don't even want to say you're famous. I hate when you guys you think that rich and you have to have both. They go hand in hand. Money doesn't buy class, first of all. You don't have to be rich to be famous. You don't be famous to be rich. You know, you can love the art, not the artist. All that freaking cliche, all them sayings. But Rena, this shit does not matter anymore. You are a racist. It's obvious. You were trying to get Garcelle. This is where I'm going to end because we got to get ready for Adam. You were trying. I'm convinced that you all were going after Garcelle and Sutton because you're fucking intimidated by her. Crystal got lost in the sauce and caught up in some crap and doesn't know which way is up. That girl doesn't know which way is up. She's like, where am I going? Am I drinking the Kool-Aid? Oh my God, I am on the wrong side of history. This is crazy. Dorito Deflecto, you belong with the Fox 4 side. Get off our TV. You beat it. Rena, beat it. Erica, beat it. Kyle, beat it. Don't even get your own show. Now, I don't even want you on TV. You are fucking toxic. You and your stupid nose. I was so jealous of your nose in the very beginning. I was like, Kyle's so cute. Look at her cute little nose. And I was like, no, Mauricio's not cheating on her. I'm like, God, look how in love they are. And then Mauricio, like the fact that you haven't even like really explained yourself and why you thought it was funny and you thought it was great that Erica yelled at a 14-year-old and tried to sleep with the other one and kept saying baby mom and disrespecting his wife. Whether he's married to her or not, he refers to her as his wife, asshole. And if you're Garcelle's friend, you'd know that. But I don't think you care. Like I said, you're trying to provoke her. I'm convinced of it. And that's it. So I just ranted on. I probably didn't even get through this whole recap, but I'm at the point where Ultimate Girls Trip and these two shows, I don't even like, am I crazy? Okay, thank you. We need a replay crew or anybody. I need thoughts because if I'm the only one out here freaking out, like I don't think I am, but this is getting nuts. Like I'm the fact that I would rather have Tamra, Brandy, Phaedra back on TV and have them on our TVs than these freaking weirdo, toxic, drunk, delusional, old, bitter women who are flipping out because they're not going to be relevant. You weren't relevant to begin with. Erica, you're talentless. So you are, and you're, I mean, like, come on, join OnlyFans. That's the only saving grace. I swear it. The best thing you could do is join OnlyFans, honestly. Get off TV. Nobody wants to see your face. Stop flaunting in front of the victims. Now you're just disgusting. You're a disgusting, gross, thieving mess. We see what happens to people. Like, this is what karma does to people. In the end, this is what always happens. you could, you can go get all these horrible things, but literally in the end, when you sit back and you do nothing, the good people always come out on top, honestly. Because Garcelle and Sutton, like, they have integrity and class and all that, and yeah, like, they tried them so hard, and I'm sure it was hard, and it was probably really traumatic for them, and to literally not to be able not to do or say anything the way they really want to, and to watch this hypocritical bullshit to keep going on. I wouldn't even blame them if they don't leave the show. If the Fox Force 5 or wherever, how many, what was it, all of them now? Kyle, Renna, Erica, Dorito, Deflecto. And you know what? That's it. Fox Force 5, Fox News 4, you're going. So let's get ready for Up and Adam so I can rant some more, I'm sure. And thank you guys all for coming. I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention too much to the comments because I won't hear any other sides on this one because I'm not changing my mind on this one. So I love you all. Twitter, I'm trying to figure out how to go TikTok. I'm trying to figure out how to go live on all the other ones. Like, I can post afterwards, but I don't even know. I think I pissed people off on Reddit because I thought I was allowed to post something. I don't know, guys. I need my nieces and nephews to help me out. I love you all. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I will be back with Southern Charm later. We have a lot going on, and I don't know if I'll be able to do 3 lives. I don't know. But I'll be back for Southern Charm. I love you all. Thank you guys for coming. And Replay Crew, okay, this is the thing, again, real quick, 4 more minutes. I noticed, like, what I was saying before, that, like, TikTok and all that, in one night, there was, like, 500 views. I don't know what that means. I don't know if people are open. I don't know. I need help with the analytics part, guys. Help me out. And I need it to translate over. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will be back. And, oh, good, Adam, Up and Adam Live right now. He's going on the panel to rant and rave about the same stuff. Love you guys. See you there. Oops, sorry.